Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this panel, whose theme is collaboration between banks and MFIs. I want to thank Fabio for the hospitality and the European Microfinance Network and Jasmine TA for giving me the opportunity of being here. So let me introduce myself. My name is Fabio Tarantini. I work for Microfinanza since 2009 as a senior consultant. Microfinanza is a privately held company working in the microfinance sector worldwide in sectors related to consulting and rating services. I'm also working since the end of the 90s in Italy in all teams related to risk management, governance, in the banking sector with banking groups, credit cooperative, regional networks, and other associations like Guarantee Consortia and Consumer Association. The panelists here are two microfinance institutions. Patria Credit from Romania, here represented by Mr. Bogdan Mirfea, and Fair Finance from the UK, represented by Mr. Faisal Rahman, who is also the president of the European Microfinance Network. Here, at my right, we have Mr. Riccardo Aguglia, that is a senior investment officer of the European Investment Fund. Okay, so let me show you just quickly a couple of slides, just to show you what EMN and Jasmine are. European Microfinance Network is the most important European network of microfinance operators. It has today more than 90 members and operating in 21 different European countries. His mission is the promotion of microfinance as a tool to fight against financial exclusion. And this is done through three kinds of activities that are capacity building and training, networking, that is information exchange between the members, and also advocacy within the European Union and the national and also regional governments. Jasmine is not the name of a nice girl, but stands for Joint Action to Support Microfinance in Europe, and is a joint initiative of the European Commission, the European Investment Bank, and the European Investment Fund. It operates with the tool of, with the purpose of empower the capacity of the microcredit operators and providers that become sustainable and have viable business models. This is done through three kind of activities. The first one is the institutional assessment or rating. Rating also can serve as a doorstep to funding through the Progress Microfinance program. The second activity is training and capacity building that is done in order to assess all the weaknesses detected during the assessment cycle. And last but not least, the third area is the one of publicity, let's say, and the so-called MDS, Microfinance Development Services, that are the promotion of microfinance through the thematic workshops that are accessible to everybody, so individuals, firms, on association, in order to promote the microfinance in the European Union. And then the help desk, that is a space that is managed by the European Microfinance Network, that also receives all possible demands on of information made by everybody who want to ask something about microfinance in the European Union. So we are organize microcredit workshop, and this is the list of the microcredit workshop organized for 2013. Okay, so I just let you the website of the help desk. Okay, that's about the European Microfinance Network, and Jasmine. Okay, so Jasmine proved to be a successful initiative just because microcredit is not just about disbursing tiny loans. It's not just about disbursing loans with less than 25,000 euros, but it also implies for organizations that are willing to expand activities to microcredit a change of vision, new processes, new procedures. So the aspect of capacity building and training are completely complementary with the aspect of funding. Okay, let's now try to address the object of this panel. So cooperation between banks and microfinance institutions. Trying to rephrase this title, we can wonder how banks can be involved in microfinance, or better, how banks can be more involved in microfinance. Someone also asked me to rephrase this question in why banks today are not involved in microcredit and microfinance. I guess everybody here is aware of how bad and how many implications has the situation of the economic crisis today and the financial exclusion and unemployment. And I hope everybody is aware that microcredit can be a powerful weapon in the struggle against financial exclusion. So now we'll try to find answers to this question. When I first was asked about the contents of my introduction, I quite spontaneously answered that as I was going to talk to ethical and alternative banks about being more involved in microcredit, I was going to talk about downscaling. For the people who is not so familiar with microcredit terminology, downscaling means expand the activities towards the customer who are usually served by microcredit. Well, my answer was answering about downscaling was just because of the high level of commitment that I guess we can have in this audience towards the problem of trying to improve the situation of the community served by the ethical or alternative bank. Obviously, there are many other ways to expand activity towards microcredit. There is not just downscaling. There is funding, investing in equity stakes, or finding or looking for collaboration between the bank and microfinance institutions. And unfortunately, commitment is not just the only driver to find the right way to expand activities towards microcredit. There are many other factors that are to be considered. I would say that the main factors are for sure size and the capacity of building a network. Size is a critical and major aspect because we can't deny that microcredit activity implies a quite high level of fixed operational costs. So operators must consider very carefully the aspect, the problem of the operational costs. And the capacity of building a network is also important, and especially for the local and small entities, because they can overcome the problem of operational costs by looking for synergies and collaboration between banks and MFIs, between banks and social entrepreneurs, with national and regional authorities, and also guarantee consortia. So the building of this network has proved to be a major cause of succeeding in microcredit programs. So once well considered all these 3 points, I mean commitment, size, and building a network, expanding activities towards microcredit can become a sustainable and even profitable activity. And the returns will be both social and economic returns. For sure, social returns are because of the improvement of the quality of the situation of the customers base, but also for the motivation of the staff. Expanding activities towards microcredit always implies a strong motivation for the staff that is usually glad to expand their activities towards non-profit oriented activities like microcredit. For under an economic point of view, the returns maybe will not returns in terms of return on equity on or return on investment, but for sure, and we will see in the case studies that the panelists will expone, there will be implication in terms of cross-selling. So the institution that is able to sell a wide range of services maybe will serve microcredit customers today that will be tomorrow in need of other services and more sophisticated services. And this will have an impact also in reputation. The 2 aspects, we have seen it also in the example of Casa Pollensa. The 2 aspects of cross-selling and reputation are really critical aspect for the small and local institution. So now we will have the contribution of the 2 MFIs, Mr. Merfea first and then Fair Finance, and they will focus on the kind of the collaboration between banks and MFIs, and maybe also highlight the impact of this collaboration of on the bank, on the MFI, and on the micro borrowers. And the last contribution will be of the European Investment Fund that will expose some examples of banks that wanting to look at microcredit as a real sector. Thank you.